First in 40, the story of the 2014-15 Warriors EP. 4. Golden. Welcome back to First in 40, the story of the 2014-15 Warriors, Episode 4, Golden. This episode dives deep into the turning point of a dynasty in the making. A team that had been overlooked for years suddenly found itself rewriting the rules of modern basketball. Under first-year head coach Steve Kerr, the Golden State Warriors didn't just win, they redefined how the game was played. Let's relive how the Warriors went from doubted to dominant, from potential to unstoppable, and how that magical 2014-15 season became the start of something golden. A new era begins. Steve Kerr takes the helm. The Warriors entered the 2014 off-season as a team full of potential but short on results. Despite back-to-back playoff appearances, the franchise hadn't broken through to true contender status. Mark Jackson had laid the foundation, but ownership felt something was missing, a new voice, a new vision. Enter Steve Kerr. Kerr, a five-time NBA champion as a player, brought a blend of experience and innovation. He had learned from legends like Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich, and he wanted to merge their philosophies with the modern game. His message was simple but revolutionary: ball movement, spacing, trust. From day one, Kerr changed the team's identity. Practices became sharper. The offense shifted from isolation-heavy to free-flowing. The Warriors were no longer going to rely solely on Stephen Curry's heroics, everyone would be involved. "We're going to share the ball," Kerr told the team. "Because when everyone touches it, everyone defends for each other too." That shift in mentality lit the spark for what was to come. Curry and Thompson, the Splash Brothers, ascend. At the center of this transformation were Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, the Splash Brothers. In previous seasons, they were known as elite shooters. By the end of 2015, they would be known as revolutionaries. Kerr's system unlocked their full potential. He gave them the freedom to move without the ball, encouraged quick decisions, and built a system where both could thrive simultaneously. Curry, already an all-star, became an MVP candidate. His handle, shooting range, and creativity with the ball left defenders helpless. Meanwhile, Klay Thompson became the perfect complement. Quiet, disciplined, and deadly from anywhere on the floor, Klay's consistency balanced Curry's flair. Together, they formed the most dangerous shooting duo in basketball history. Their chemistry reached its peak on that unforgettable January night against the Sacramento Kings, when Klay dropped 37 points in a single quarter, setting an NBA record that still stands. It was the purest embodiment of what the Warriors had become: unselfish, joyful, and explosive beyond belief. Draymond Green's emergence, heart and soul of the team. While Curry and Thompson headlined the offense, another player emerged as the Warriors' emotional engine: Draymond Green. Drafted 35th overall in 2012, Draymond wasn't supposed to be a star. But by 2015, he became the heartbeat of the team. When Kerr decided to start Draymond at power forward instead of the veteran David Lee, it changed everything. Draymond's defense, passing, and vocal leadership transformed the Warriors' style. He could guard every position, set perfect screens, and initiate fast breaks with precision. His presence gave the team its swagger, that fearless, defiant energy that made them believe they could beat anyone. "We were small, but we played big," Draymond later said. "It wasn't about size. It was about heart." And heart is exactly what the Warriors showed, night after night. The 40-win milestone, the league takes notice. By mid-season, the Warriors were no longer the underdogs, they were the team everyone was chasing. Their record soared, their highlights filled every sports network, and their chemistry was unmatched. When they reached 40 wins faster than any Warriors team in franchise history, it sent a message across the NBA: this wasn't a fluke. This was the real deal. The offense was fluid, ranking first in points per game, while the defense, anchored by Draymond and Andrew Bogut, was suffocating. Teams simply couldn't keep up. The Warriors moved the ball beautifully, often passing up good shots for great ones, and their joy was contagious. Steve Kerr's system had turned into a masterpiece in motion. And the players were completely bought in. "It felt like magic," Andre Iguodala said. "Like we were always one step ahead." That 40th win symbolized more than a number. It represented belief that this group, once dismissed as too small or too flashy, was on the verge of something historic. The turning point: adversity meets resilience. Even during their dominance, challenges came. Teams began game planning specifically to stop Curry trapping him high, forcing others to make plays. The Warriors hit rough patches, losing focus and momentum in certain stretches. But every time they stumbled, someone stepped up. Sean Livingston brought steady leadership off the bench. Harrison Barnes continued to develop as a two-way forward. Andre Iguodala, the consummate professional, accepted a bench role without complaint, a move that strengthened team chemistry and depth. Kerr's rotation was built on trust. Everyone had a role, and everyone stayed ready. That unity became their secret weapon. The locker room wasn't divided by egos, it was powered by belief. That belief was tested often. But each time, they responded like a true championship team. The run to greatness, from contenders to champions. As the playoffs approached, the Warriors were rolling. They finished the regular season 67-15, the best record in the NBA and one of the top 10 in history. The Bay Area was alive with excitement, realizing that this wasn't just another good team, it was something special. In the postseason, the Warriors battled through adversity again, defeating tough opponents like the Memphis Grizzlies and Houston Rockets. Curry shined brightest under pressure, earning his first NBA MVP award, while the team continued to play selflessly and fearlessly. Then came the finals. The opponent, LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. A true test of greatness. The series began with tension. The Warriors dropped Game 2 and found themselves doubted once more. But Steve Kerr made the bold move that changed everything, inserting Andre Iguodala into the starting lineup. That adjustment flipped the series. Iguodala's defense on LeBron and his timely scoring swung momentum completely. The Warriors went on to win the championship in 6 games, claiming their first NBA title in 40 years. Andre Iguodala was named Finals MVP, symbolizing exactly what this team stood for: selflessness, sacrifice, and shared success. Legacy, the birth of a dynasty. The 2014-15 season wasn't just a championship, it was the birth of a revolution. The Warriors proved that unselfish, high-tempo basketball could win at the highest level. They made shooting and spacing the new standard for success. Steve Kerr's leadership, Curry's brilliance, Draymond's fire, and the team's unity set a new bar for excellence. They didn't just win, they changed the game forever. That's why this episode is called Golden. It's not just about the trophies or the record books, it's about the spirit that defined the Warriors' rise. A team that played with joy, trust, and confidence, reminding everyone that basketball is supposed to be beautiful. The 2014-15 Warriors didn't just bring a title back to the Bay, they ignited a dynasty that would dominate the next decade.